If you're listening to this late at night and you've been feeling stable but stuck in one place, this one's for you. Tonight, we're reading 2 quiet Reddit posts from people who sound fine on the outside, but are struggling in ways most people never see. Post 1. After finishing school, I didn't suddenly feel clear about what came next. I stayed practical. I lived at home for a while. I saved money and I found a job, started working because it was necessary, not because it felt meaningful. On the outside, it looked like progress. I was doing what adults are supposed to do, earning money, paying debts off, being responsible. I handled what was in front of me and kept moving forward, one step at a time. But underneath that stability, there was still a lack of direction. I wasn't working towards anything specific. I wasn't building a life I felt connected to. I was just maintaining one. There was a strange disconnect between how things looked and how they felt. I was being disciplined and capable, just not inspired or certain. Responsibility filled my time, but it didn't give me a sense of where I was going. I did what needed to be done and did it well. Still, there was a quiet sense that I was standing still. I am stable, but not oriented towards anything that felt like my own. Post 2. Sometimes life begins to feel like a steady loop that I am living. I wake up, I go to work, I eat, I sleep, and then begin again the next day. Having a job brings structure and stability, but over time it can start to feel less like purpose and more like maintenance. Days pass in repetition, surrounded by others moving through the same rhythm, each doing what is necessary to continue doing the same thing. I once believed that meaning would naturally appear in my work, in my routine, in the shape of my everyday life. But somewhere along the way, that feeling became quieter. Not gone, just harder to reach. There are moments when it feels as though life asks us to adapt ourselves to a pattern, to keep moving, to keep producing, continuing, even when we are unsure as to what or where we're moving towards. And sometimes a simple question surfaces. Is this what adulthood feels like for most people? Not dramatic, not broken, just steady, repeating, and quietly searching for something that feels much more alive. Sometimes life can look stable on the outside while feeling directionless within. Responsibility can keep things steady, but steadiness alone doesn't bring clarity or connection. Moving forward without a clear sense of ownership can feel like standing still. Not lost, but not fully aligned either. And in moments like this, simply noticing that quiet gap between how things appear and how they feel can be the beginning of finding a path that feels more like your own. If any part of this video felt familiar, you're not alone in that feeling. If any part of this video felt like that is you, you don't need to have answers tonight. You don't need to fix anything right now. You just need to be. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. Gently.